Breaking news! A woman was left sobbing at the JFK Airport after a TSA agent hit her testicles. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of disgusting psychopathic tyrants. Yeah. And also call out woke absurdities and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Today's story of interest is a trans woman, so biological man, TSA agent, hit his testicles during, well, doing what TSA agents do, and this person was left sobbing. Now, first off, I want to say I miss the days when the biggest tyranny that we were concerned with was the invasiveness of the TSA. Yeah, I'm going through our stuff, and man, like, TSA agents have definitely hit my testicles. I'm no woman, but I have testicles too. So anytime I've gotten an airport pat down, you know, the only gay experiences I've ever had in my life were with TSA agents. You know, there's like a overweight middle-aged man named Mitchell, and he's just sensually caressing my genitals with the backs of his hands. And as much as it feels invasive to me as well, I'm grateful they do it, because, you know, on this particular flight where Mitchell sexualized my genitals with the back of his hands, the plane didn't crash. So, you know, their safety protocols worked. And I will say, because I'm not going to stop talking about TSA just yet, I think the whole thing's a sham. You know, post 9/11, whoever it was sitting around like, dude, I smell a business opportunity. What if we do this absolutely insanely useless security procedure and we get our agents not only hired, but mandated to be hired at every airport in America? Cool. Is that to ensure people have a smooth, safe travel experience? No, we'll kind of do the opposite of that. We'll make sure they feel violated, bossed around a little bit. That'll really make sure people are safe. So it's one thing like, yeah, make sure people don't have bombs and stuff going on. But the way TSA agents are invasive, I mean, I've been felt up so many times, not even joking about that. It's just so ridiculous. Making sure people don't have large bottles of shampoo. I mean, we're really protected from shampoo on flights. And also, to be real, I've met many TSA agents who are just the kindest, sweetest people doing their job. And I'm sure they do some good. And I've also had my experience with TSA agents who you can tell how powerless these people actually feel in life because of how much they're compensating by trying to have power and control over those, like bossing you around, like, put your stuff in the bag. You can't walk through with that. Cool. Did you know I'm a human being? I don't know if you knew that. Now, in this story, and I'm going to take a look at theblaze.com for this report. This is a trans woman having not only like get your balls touched by TSA agents. That's what they do every single time they pat you down. So join the club on that. But there's also some emotional trauma that this person encountered. So we'll talk about that too. Article starts out, my balls still hurt so bad. Trans woman claims TSA agent punched genitals, then airport apologizes. Now, if that's actually true, obviously, like, what the hell? Like, that's obviously wrong. But one question I have about this story, and we'll see some of the like emotional trauma and the allegations about that. So one question I have with like the trauma aspect of it all is that what really happened? Or is this a victim mentality, victimizing themselves, and therefore you get this story about what happened, which is maybe overly exaggerated in order to justify the self-victimization of the individual? I don't know, like, is she actually reporting what happened, or is it another victim speaking stories that help victimize themselves? You got to have people doing horrible things to you. And if they're not, you got to say they're doing horrible things to you. You have to at least imagine it in order for you to be in the powerful position of being a victim that renders you absolutely powerless. But you feel powerful, not because you're actually powerful, but because you feel significant, because you're getting attention and screaming the loudest as the victim. Don't know what the case is, but I'm curious which Well, which is the case. Let's go on. The trans woman who goes by the name Mara claimed on social media that a TSA agent punched Mara in the genitals during a security checkpoint routine at the JFK Airport on Saturday and yelled at Mara for having a penis and humiliated Mara in front of everyone. So again, if we live in a world where this is an accurate report of what happened, the TSA agent did a little nut check and then yelled at and humiliated the person. That is so wrong. Like, obviously, like, physical violence speaks for itself. Won't even talk about that. But if the TSA agent did, in fact, yell at the biological man dressed as a woman and yelled at them, humiliated them, effectively shaming them for dressing as a woman, 100% not on board with that. That's bullying behavior. That's not acceptable. And to me, it's absolutely disgusting. There's the second world where are those accusations that humiliated me, they yelled at me for having a penis. Is that this person interpreting through a maybe less than accurate filter the events in order to justify they themselves being a victim? By the way, they themselves is probably their pronouns. So this person took to social media. As we're going through this story, obviously, like Sherlock Holmes, which world is it? Is this really what happened, or is this self-victimization? The fact that this person took to social media immediately to talk about what happened, share the sob story, that tells me 100% the person is trying to get attention from this. Now, nobody's ever been emotionally healed or resolved trauma by taking to social media. No. Like, freaking journal if you're actually looking to process emotions. Social media doesn't do that. Anytime you're posting something to social media, you are looking for attention. That's not necessarily bad. It can be great. Attention is a great way to connect with people at times. But this person is undoubtedly looking for attention. I mean, something just traumatic happened. You processing that would actually be helpful, but just trying to get attention with it, it's not going to be helpful. It just means you're trying to get attention with it. So I become a little bit suspicious of the self-victimization world here. And what they said on social media: hi, so a TSA agent at JFK Airport punched me in the genitalia, thank you for being proper, yelled at me for having a penis, and humiliated me in front of everyone after I told her to stop. Now, awesome that this was a woman TSA agent. For some reason, like, it just seems less traumatic than like a man bullying you, but I know women can be freaking vicious too, so I'm just glad it's not a man. The TSA agent then followed me into the women's bathroom and began talking about me to a coworker while I sobbed in a stall, the person added. I'd be curious, just because, like, this is none of my business, so naturally I'll get curious about it. Did the TSA agent know this person went into the bathroom? And they're like, hey, there's like a guy with a penis going into the women's restroom. There might be children in there, like there might be women in there. So to me, that's terribly inappropriate. So was the TSA agent wanting to intervene on that? Or was the TSA agent just like, hey, I didn't even know they were there, but yeah, I was gossiping and making fun of this person to a coworker? Or, self-victimized world, was the TSA agent in the restroom, whether they were trying to like intervene with women being subjected to a biological male in there, and the TSA agent was just accurately reporting the objective data of what happened to a coworker, but this person was lens of a victim and therefore interpreting it as humiliation and bullying? I don't know. Questions are being asked. And here you can see this trans person. Social media pictures, of course, got to post a picture of yourself crying. That's 100% great for getting attention. It has 0% healing properties. And then, of course, posting a picture of yourself with a short shirt pulled up so that your kind of bra thing is showing. That, again, is 100% motivated for attention. In subsequent posts on Twitter, the person claimed to have cried for over an hour. Telling social media that you were crying for over an hour is correlated with 0% healing, 100% attention grab. This woman says, my balls still hurt so bad. The person claimed not to want the TSA agent to lose her job, but instead wants her educated and the entirety of the TSA abolished altogether. Kind of on board with that. Defund the TSA. Fund the police. I think I'm on board with defund TSA. I mean, we do need some kind of screening, heavy screening for weapons being brought on planes. We don't want that. But the TSA, I think they overstep. And then naturally the airport apologized for what happened. So to me, it's an interesting story. It's not every day you hear a headline like woman is sobbing because her nuts were touched. If there is the principal lens here of this person experiencing these events, interpreting these events, and then relaying these events out across all social media through the lens of a victim, then I think this is a relatively fruitless piece of news. But if this person, if they were bullied, if they were made fun of, if they were shamed for being a trans woman, then I think 100% the TSA was in the wrong, like not cool. Just not cool. Not cool to make fun of anybody, not cool to shame people, not cool to bully people, especially not cool to bully people you disagree with. My friends and I bully each other, but it's like awesome because like we're connected, we agree, but no excuse for bullying, and I 100% don't condone bullying towards trans people or anyone else. So what the actual truth of the matter is, I don't know. We just laid out a couple choose your own adventure situations. This person seen things through the lens of a victim, or this person was actually bullied by a bully wearing a TSA costume. I don't know, but that's the news. We get to choose our own adventure on that and be curious. And I got to talk to you about something serious. If your health is something important to you, if reducing your stress levels and getting great sleep is important to you, I need you to know about Bioptimizers and their Magnesium Breakthrough product. Hey! One of my absolute favorite ways to reduce my stress so I can feel happy and peaceful is with Magnesium Breakthrough. Here's something I wish wasn't true, but we live in a world where you're gonna accumulate stress. You see what's going on, you might also have relationship stress, job stress, all the things, the stress goes into you, but the question is, do you let it out or do you accumulate it? Now, if you don't let it out, your quality of life, your anxiety, depression, it just goes up and up and up, and it doesn't feel good. But there's also those of us who choose to do something about it so we can dissipate our stress. And Magnesium Breakthrough is one of my go-tos for helping me relieve stress. Unlike some vitamin mineral supplements out there, Magnesium Breakthrough contains all 7 forms of magnesium in potent forms that you need in order to de-stress yourself. It's an absolute staple in my evening routine. I take 2 capsules that helps me relax. I also find I sleep better and wake up the next day feeling better, more energy, and more peace of mind. Now, if you're someone that just wants to suffer by accumulating your stress, do not take Magnesium Breakthrough. But if you want to take control of your life by de-stressing quickly and easily, check out Magnesium Breakthrough at magBreakthrough.com/JPReacts. And while you're there, use the discount code JPReacts10 for 10% off. Once again, that's magbreakthrough.com/JPReacts. Thank you, Magnesium Breakthrough.